really just recently realized that I'm very known for just making people upset. Like, it seems that no matter what I do, I'm making someone feel a type of way. Like, everyone seems to be very offended by what I do, how I move, how I act, how I speak. Now, when I was younger, I didn't have a lot of confidence in myself. You know, I always felt like I needed to be like other women and other young girls that were surrounded by me. Like, I just felt like I needed to be like everybody else but myself. Even in relationships, I felt like I was just drowning trying to figure out who I am. And that's kind of how I came up with Amore, because Amore is literally my own identity that I gave to myself. I don't need permission to be myself. I don't need to have permission to be Amore. And believe it or not, I'm a huge loner. I'm always by myself. I enjoy being by myself. I enjoy not talking to people, like literally in the real world. Like, I just enjoy sitting in front of the microphone and speaking to whoever is willing to listen, and leave it at that. Now, I hear so many whispers. I get so many comments. I get so much backlash from my lingerie hauls and being a boudoir model. I started saying that I am a sensual lingerie model because I felt like it just sounds better. It sounds more mature. It sounds less slutty. But however I put it, it doesn't really matter what I say. I'm going to be judged for it anyway. Now, when I started putting lingerie try-on hauls here on YouTube, it wasn't about me trying to get attention. It wasn't about that. And believe it or not, in that very first try-on haul that I did, I was not confident in myself. I was trying to force myself to love who I was and love the body that God has given me. Having children really took away from how I felt about me and how I looked. And doing the try-on hauls has boosted my confidence so much. There's so many women out here, plus size women who are even obese and just overweight in general, that have beautiful souls, that are just amazing people. And we just get judged for just loving ourselves. So because I have a fupa, I'm not beautiful. Because I have stretch marks, I'm not beautiful. Because my body is not toned enough, I'm not beautiful. Who is to judge? Who are you to judge me for loving myself when it took me years to get here? I'm so tired of looking at my comments. I'm so tired of looking at other women's comments who love themselves and they have to get so much backlash just for being them. It's one of those things that either you like it or you don't. You don't have to like it. You don't have to love it. But you do need to give off respect. If you don't have anything positive to say, why say anything at all? This goes back into grade school when your parents used to say, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. It still applies when you're an adult. Being a sensual lingerie model is not about showcasing, oh, I'm here and I'm ready for sex and I just want you and you can treat me however. Because there's men that will think just because I'm dressed in a certain way, they will automatically assume that they can treat me however and just safely assume that maybe I'm a prostitute. Maybe I would do anything for money. Maybe they can slap my ass and not get no consequences for that. I am still a lady. At the end of the day, I'm still a lady. I'm still a woman. I'm still feminine. I'm still me. I'm still a person. I had a guy very recently ask me, I think I had made like a post and I was like, I'm looking for more clients, blase. And he kind of like sent me an inbox and it really pissed me off. And he was just like, oh, what kind of clients are you looking for? So I was just like, oh, makeup. So I'm thinking possibly he's interested and just wanted, to ask some questions. So I was like, oh, I'm just looking for more makeup clients. And he said, oh, so you don't do, he was like, I can't book you for like blowjobs or anything like that. And I was just looking at the message and I was just like, what would make him think that he can, like, what would make you even think that? So I had to really just kind of sit back instead of getting upset with him, understand that not everybody understands the hustle. Not everybody gets what it is that you're doing. And I'm literally promoting self-confidence and self-love. And I do understand that doing OnlyFans, which is a private site, I do understand that doing those things may bring up questions about like what, how far am I willing to go? But that doesn't mean that you can approach me any old kind of way any day of the week. If I didn't promote that I was going to be doing blowjobs, why would you assume that that's something that I would be interested in? I just don't get it. Like, I don't get why women just can't just be them. Like, why can't I just be simply me, loving me, flaunting everything about me in whatever way that I want to, and you just take it for what it is? I'm very thankful that I decided to do this podcast, and it's just a really safe place for me to just talk and just vent and just be myself. And I know that I may not always have the right words to say, but I just know that this is a safe place. This is a safe place. My platforms are a safe place. It's not a place where I want people to feel insecure. It's not a place where I want people to feel as though they are not enough. It's not a place where I want people to assume one thing about you when in reality it's another. Like, it's just not that place. Late Nights with Arie is all about being supportive, growing, and learning about yourself. When you come to my channel or listen to my podcast or whatever, watch my videos, it's all about learning about yourself. Explore the world with me. There's more to me, as you guys can clearly see. There's so much more to me than just lingerie try-ons, sexy pictures. I have a family. I travel. I do all kinds of stuff. I cook. I do all kinds of stuff. So there's more to everyone other than what they present. Just because I present more sexy things doesn't mean that that's what my life revolves around. It's not. I share the sexy things because I didn't always feel as though I was sexy. And becoming an adult, I really realized that being sexy and confident is really a part of that journey. I remember one day being at the mall with jogging pants, a hoodie, and just my hair was a mess. It wasn't brushed, it wasn't combed, and hell, I was just going through it. But for some reason, I wanted to go to the mall. Oh, that's my DoorDash. I forgot I ordered some DoorDash. He is right on time. But let me finish this. So I was at the mall and this lady was walking by, and her body was very similar to mine. She had fupa, if not the same amount, probably a little bit more. And she had on like a crop top, and her hair was done, her makeup was done, her legs was out, she was rocking her heels, she had her purse, and she was just walking with so much confidence. She had 2 little boys walking with her, and I had my kids. Whole time I'm looking like a mom, like stressed out mom. Oh my God, grab your shoes, get your shit together, let's go. But she was just owning everything about her as she walked past me and everyone else. And I remember just looking at her as she walked until I couldn't see her no more. And I was just like, there's no excuse to feel this way any longer. There's no excuse to feel like I'm ugly, like my body is ugly, because the way that I felt about my body and how I looked behind closed doors is the way that I presented myself every single time I left. I felt ugly. So since I felt ugly, I always looked ugly. So I really had to go home and reevaluate my life. Do I want to feel ugly or do I want to feel beautiful? What about that lady that walked by? What about her said, oh, come and fuck me? What about her said, oh, I'll just, you can pay me and I'll go have sex with you? Nothing about her body and the way she presented herself said that to me. So how is it that other men and other women feel as though someone who dresses sexy and feels confident is just like dying to be fucked? Because what that lady did for me was she boosted my confidence. We don't talk about this enough, where what really boosted your confidence, because it usually doesn't start with standing in the mirror. We might say it, but what really pushed us to stand in that mirror and say, I'm not going to be like this no more? Who pushed us? And that lady pushed me, because when I looked at her and watched her walk away and I got home and I thought about myself, I said, she is a mother walking with her children. She got up in the morning and got herself ready before she left. There's no excuse for me not to do the same. And the more that I started to really apply that into my life and started to just feel good and started to just take care of myself and feel confidence, I feel like me. I feel like me. And if the world is watching, so be it. Let them watch. There's no excuse for not loving you for who you are. If you are confident in a big dress, there's no judgment. If you are confident wearing a suit and not ever showing any skin, there's no judgment. But for the women that are like me, that want to show off their stomachs, no matter how big, how small, how toned, how not. For the women like me who want to show their legs, no matter how much ass falls out of the bottom of their shorts. For the women like me, they gotta walk and pull their skirts down just enough because their ass is pushing everything up. For the women like me with stretch marks all over the place. Continue to be confident, continue to love yourself, continue to build yourself, and continue to shake up the room. Because what I learned about myself is Amore is here. She has arrived. She has been there, done that. And my confidence, if I can't wear my confidence, I will not be around. If I can't show my skin that makes me feel alive, I cannot be around. If I can't sit next to you and know that I am also that girl, I cannot be around. If I can't be in a room full of people as me, I am choosing not to be around. I am very unapologetic for who I am and who I've become over the years. And doing lingerie try-on hauls has opened that door, consistently boosting my confidence and boosting my ego for better days. And I share that with everybody that watches those videos, men and women. When I post my sexy pictures on my Instagram, that is for myself and for the men and women who feel empowered by it. Yes, there's going to be people that judge me. Fuck them. Yes, there's going to be people who isolate me and think one thing about me when I'm really the other. Fuck them. But I am no longer responding to anything negative because I choose to be myself. I'm no longer responding to things that don't pay my bills. Everything I do gets me paid. Everything I do gets me paid. And that negative feedback and that talking behind my back, family, old friends, new friends, it don't matter. Talking behind my back has never gotten you paid. Me addressing things and concerns right now on my platform does get me paid. Find a balance for yourself. Find your own self-love. Worry about yourself. And stop worrying about the Arie Amore. Because Arie Amore is not doing anything other than growing and becoming sexier by the minute. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for listening in to Late Nights with Arie podcast, guys. I know I just went ahead and just jumped straight in. I just had that on my chest and just wanted to get it off to you guys. I'll see you in the next podcast. I will be dropping some advice and some tips, so I cannot wait for you guys to tune into that. Make sure you go and check me out on other platforms. My makeup channel, Arie Amore's Makeup Room. You can check out my family channel, Party of 7 Vlogs on YouTube. Also, follow both of my Instagram accounts. My makeup account is Glam with Arie. And then my main account, Arie_Amore02, guys. Yeah. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.